Alright guys, so today I wanted to go ahead and take a look at the difference in speed and power of the Z Fold 5 versus the Z Fold 4 and the Z Fold 3. So I actually just literally seconds ago benchmarked my Z Fold 5 and it was honestly some crazy numbers. I'm gonna pull this up real fast for you guys. Ooh, see my iPhone, if focus on my iPhone. Those are the numbers for the Z Fold 5. Again, I know I just took a picture on my iPhone. It's currently charging. But nonetheless, though, it comes in at 5,089 multi-core and a 1939 single-core performance. Keep in mind that this is running the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor. And as you can see, I mean, it blows all of the phones above it here out of the water. That includes the Z Fold 4, Z Flip 4, OnePlus 10T, Samsung Galaxy S22 Plus, the Z Fold 3, and the Z Flip 3. So just on single core alone, it's around 614 better single core points than the Z Fold 4. Yeah, the Z Fold 4. Then the Z Fold 3, it's coming in here for single core around 800, roughly around 800 and some points for single core. Now for multi-core, that is where this thing absolutely excels. It's coming in at 1,073 better than the Z Fold 4, the last generation. And then for the Z Fold 3, this is coming in around 1,600 better. Let me just make sure my math is correct there. Yep, 1,600 better. Around 1,600 better than the Z Fold 3. So, listen, we already knew that this thing was going to be an absolute monster when it comes to strictly just performance and power, right? Now, is it that much of an upgrade outside of those things? Not as much, and that definitely is where it's getting hindered, and a lot of people are like, I don't know if I want to pick it up or not. But I'm going to tell you right now, to those who are comparing the Z Fold 5 and saying, oh, just get a Z Fold 3 because it's pretty much the same thing, it is really not at all. Every way possible, it is not at all. Now, who said that was actually Jerry Rig Everything. He made that joke that if you want a Z Fold series phone, just buy a Z Fold 3. Now, here's the thing though, right? Because there is an argument to be made, and I made this argument myself, that the Z Fold 4, while yes, as you can see for performance-wise, it is way less than the Z Fold 5, it also can be acquired and bought for way less too, right? So the Z Fold 4, for example, you could buy right now in the open market and probably get it for around $800-900. The Z Fold 3, I know Best Buy has some open box offers around $500. So the question is, if I can buy a Z Fold 3 for $500, buy a Z Fold 4 for the equivalent of $800-900, why would I spend $1,800? Well, yes, the performance is amazing, right? But other than that, it's not too many crazy great features. And again, it is a very logical argument that myself included, I have talked about on this channel. And this is why I have said to so many people that while I love the Z Fold 5 and I love using it and I love making content with it and really breaking it down, for the average consumer, the Z Fold 4 is probably the best bet to go with, right? Because the question is this phone, the Z Fold 5, was so powerful, is it $900 worth the upgrade to what you can get the Z Fold 4 for? And for the average consumer, the average person, that answer is going to be no. That's simply the answer will be absolutely no. I'd rather save $900 and get it, the Z Fold 4 here with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor, then go ahead and spend an extra $900 and all I'm getting really is a plus 1,063, performance. One thing I will say, and this is very important, while these numbers also, cool and fun to look at the end of the day, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 and Gen 2 processor, while yes, it's more powerful, it is very similar. And what I mean by that is you will probably, with, basic usage and daily usage, not tell the difference between a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 and Gen 2. When you're really going to tell the difference is in when, for example, you're gaming, if you're doing any kind of video editing on your Samsung Z Fold device, if you're using Samsung DeX, that kind of stuff, you will see a difference. But for the average consumer who's just texting, calling, YouTubing, Netflix, you're not going to see a difference, right? It's not really that noticeable of something that you're going to look at and say, wow, I wish I had a Z Fold 5. I honestly, at this point, kind of how I look at it, it's like the newer Z Fold devices, especially Z Fold. I kind of feel like it's now to a point where these phones are just really just for tech enthusiasts and people who want to get these phones because they love the Z Fold series. That's why I've recommended many times on this channel, if you can, honestly, just avoid the Z Fold series completely and go with the Z Flip 5 because it's actually probably the better value / performance / phone. You get the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor. It's 8 Gen 2 processor. It's $1,000, and to be honest, it's a fantastic phone. But with that being said, though, this phone is still very powerful, so it's no walk in the park by any stretch of imagination. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.